those are 3 tips that help me right now to become a better yoga teacher. So if you are a yoga teacher as me, I think those 3 tips will help you to improve your teaching and your self-practice. Hi, my name is Shia and I'm sharing here my journey to become a successful yoga teacher with someday place of my own, alongside with vegan diet, spirituality growth, and messages from the heart. So if those things resonate with your journey as well, you should subscribe and stick around. So the first tip I'm gonna tell you is to do your self-practice every day. Of course, we are human beings and we don't need to rush everything, and we are not in a competition. Some days you don't have the time or the power to practice, and that's fine. But keeping your practice every day is teaching you new things about yourself and about your body, and it will help you understand the body and the movement and the asanas way better. When you practice it every day on yourself, you will completely understand the asanas deeply and differently with another aspect. You know, every time you practice, this is also a spiritual journey. So you can download the data you need as a teacher. So for me, this is a non-negotiable thing. At first, when I finished my YTTs, I started practicing every day, but in time, I thought it was harder for me to practice every day. And now I got back into it in the last couple of months, and it completely changed my practice and my teaching. So this is something I would recommend to prioritize, even if it's just for 5 minutes. And when you do this, please don't focus on being successful with the advanced asanas, because we are here to teach yoga. You don't want to hurt your body, you don't want to push things, and this is not yoga, this is practicing your ego. Remember, this is not an only physical practice, and your students who come to the class will probably won't be able to do the advanced asanas, and they don't care if you do, because they need a teacher to guide them to do what they can do best right now. So don't focus about improving and do the best asanas so you can post it on Instagram. Focus on the essence of yoga, on feeling the energy within every asana, what's happening in your body, what's happening in your mind, and that will lead you to a better yogi, because it's not about just the physical practice, and you know that. So the second tip is where you get your inspiration from, right? So a lot of people and a lot of teachers that I know love to go to other teachers to inspire, to refresh their practice. Maybe that's a good thing for you to do as well, but what I experience on myself, that when I challenge myself, it's not really challenge myself, it's when I release and trust that I know yoga, because you know, even if you black out and don't remember some poses, and it's completely fine. We all have this few asanas that we are good at and we feel comfortable at and we remember perfectly. But we do remember whatever we learned. It's here somewhere and we need to trust to access it. So every time you practice your self-practice, try to make new practice. For me, at first, I had a practice that I really love to do and it felt really good in my body, so I repeated it every day and with a little bit of changes. But then I released. I was like, okay, I will just release, not plan it. You don't need to write. You just need to experience. Just need to experience and trust yourself that it will be in your mind. And for your next teaching, just trust yourself that you know. You don't need to write things and just do it as a list, you know. Just trust yourself that you know how to do yoga and you know how to guide yoga. And when you do that, you will see that you really know how to do it. It's within you, all right? You don't randomly decided to go to learn your YTT and you've been there and you studied and you did the work, and now it's within you. You just need to trust. So every time you go on the mat, just release and bring new movements. At first, you might be stuck in downward dog and you were like, okay, what's the next move? I don't want to repeat everything that I do all the time. And eventually, you will start releasing, and and it will start flowing within you. And then you will create a practice that is from you, from your connection with the divine source, right? So I do really believe in it, and I do at first went to other teachers, and I think it's really good as well. But this is not even close to challenge yourself with releasing and trusting yourself and building new sequence and new flows every practice. And when you do it every day, you don't need to remember the whole flow. You just see and you build this trust in yourself that you can do that. You can build right now spontaneously a good flow. And when you go to teach, you will mix them all the flows that you created in your self practice. And trust me, this is the most important thing that you would do as a teacher, to trust yourself and your inner source of creativity. Because if you only depend all the time, and you will teach yourself subconsciously that in order to be creative and create new flow, you need all the time to get this from the outside world, you will always be drained. You will always feel like you don't have enough. And when you teach yourself, and when you see that it can come within you, then you have a superpower. Every time you go to teach, it would flow out of you naturally with confidence. So the third tip is not about the physical part, but about the spiritual part. Because yoga, it's not just the physical, right? And I hope that if you were yogi, that you want to spread all the other practices and benefits of yoga, because yoga is a way of life, right? We did learn a lot, and we need to implement it to our life and know how to teach it, right? So through the practice, when you teach, you can also bring a sense of the theory of yoga, what's beyond the physical part, what's the other practices in life, what do you need to know about yoga. So the third tip would be keep learning. Find a book or a podcast or a YouTube channel that you can, or even on Gaia, if you know what it is, it's like Netflix of spirituality. They have a lot of yogic programs and series. I love to read books, so I have a bunch of books about yoga. So it takes time to bring idea into really practice in our life. And the more we study and the more we tap into what it really means, we can deepen our practice in the daily life and live as yogis. So there are a lot of yoga books that you can find. Just go to the bookstore, find something that resonates with you. There are a lot of teachers. I love to read from different teachers and different practices. Like I do read about Iyengar and also the theories about yogis. So this is more about the physical part, but it has also all the yamas, niyamas, and 8 limbs of yoga. But it really most of it is about the asanas. So I do love to read about the theories and the philosophies of yoga, and also I have about chakras and Sadhguru, that if you know him, we always talk about yoga as a way of life. And also you can do it on podcast, on YouTube. Just make it a habit to learn something about yoga and to deepen something about the yoga theory. Just refreshing everything you study and deepening the practice in your daily life. And it would make you a perfect teacher. Just imagine you do it every day, those 3 simple tips. Imagine in a month where you'll be with your confidence, only with your confidence as a teacher. Or if you started and just started a group and teaching people, so eventually people will love what you do and they will feel that it's something that comes from within you, and it is so authentic, and authentically is the most high frequency, so you will attract a lot of people. I hope that helped you, and I hope that you will become a successful yoga teacher, because the world needs you, it needs us, and the more we grow, the faster the world will become a better place. So I truly believe in you. I know that you are doing that for a reason. I know this video came across you for a reason. So if you like that video and it helped you, share it with another yogi that might find it helpful, and click about the subscribe button so we can be friends. Till the next video, good luck. I love you.